wow, so far a lot of releases coming out in April. April might be a good month. It will not be a good month for my bank account. Hello book besties, it's Kira. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video, we're going to be talking about some 2024 releases. Some of these I'm really excited for. Some of them I'm just going to talk about. Sorry, the lighting just changed. I'm trying to film in natural lighting for once, and it's going away again. I'm filming this on January 8th, and it's the very beginning of the year, so I'm sure authors will obviously announce that they're coming out with books that are either coming sooner rather than later, or that are releasing at the end of the year. So as of January 8th, these are some of the books that have been kind of announced or talked about. I don't know how accurate any of these release dates are. Make sure to follow all my socials down below, along with my Goodreads, Amazon wishlist, things like that are linked in the bio if you want to check those out. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos by me. And let's just go right into it. The first book that I have is Daydream by Hannah Grace. So this is the third book in the Maple Hill series. If you don't know, that's the series with Icebreaker and Wildfire, which came out a couple months ago. June 4th is what I think she's just set it as for now. This is Henry's book, which everybody has been waiting since the first book, me as well, for Henry's romance story, because I just love him. There's something about Henry. This is a college hockey romance. It's some kind of like tutor situation where he's like falling behind in this class, and then this girl who's, you know, gonna help tutor him. They have a romance, all things like that. These books are just so fun, spicy, just good times. Easy to get through. I love Hannah Grace's writing style, so yes, I'm so very excited for Henry's story. I've been waiting way too long. We're finally gonna get it. The second release I have is Wild Love by Elsie Silver. So this is a brand new series that she's coming out with this year. I wrote down April 9th as the release date. So if you don't know, Elsie Silver is the same author as the Chestnut Spring series, which is behind me here. She also has another series that she's coming out with, a brand new series, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, this is actually about Willa, who is the female main character from the second book, Heartless, in the Chestnut Spring series. I believe it's about her brother. Apparently it's brother's best friend, single dad, small town, probably like cowboy romance-y vibes. He's a billionaire. Oh, I cannot wait for what Miss Elsie Silver is gonna do with the billionaire. It's gonna be so freaking good. If we got Single Dad and Heartless, and I love that book, then I'm assuming this Single Dad is gonna be top tier. I think I want to aim to try to at least finish the Chestnut Spring series before this comes out. I'll literally read anything Elsie Silver writes, and I'm excited for this new series that's hopefully gonna give all the yeehaw vibes. Next up, we have one of my favorite authors, Abby Jimenez. She's coming out with a book called Just for the Summer. It has very summer vibes. Obviously, it has it in the title. It says April 2nd. Apparently, it's about these two people who, every time that they break up with somebody, their like ex finds their soulmate or something weird like that. So then they decide, oh, like let's date, and then we break up and we'll find our soulmates. It'll like cancel out. That's all I pretty much know, and then it takes place during the summer. It's probably gonna be like deep, because that's just what Abby Jimenez's books are. Like, they're fun and cute, but they also have that like emotional side to them, which I like. Cover is freaking adorable, gives all the summery, warm, cozy vibes. Next up, we have, pretty much everybody knows about this author, Emily Henry. She's coming out with another book. It's called Funny Story. This cover just seems so fun. I've read 3 books by Emily Henry: People We Meet on Vacation, Beach Read, and then Book Lovers, which is a 5-star read for me. I freaking love that book so much. I have yet to pick up Happy Place. I honestly don't know if I even want to read that book, guys. I know. I'd rather read this book that's coming out, because the synopsis just seems like such a fun time. Basically, she finds out that her fiance doesn't want to be with her anymore. He's actually in love with his childhood best friend or whatever, so she's stuck in this town, and I don't know if she has to like find somewhere to live because she moved. I don't really remember, but she ends up becoming roommates with said childhood best friend's ex. That's kind of crazy. The concept seems like fun and a good time. I don't know if they faked it or not, or at least they make it seem like they are, you know, happy and together to make their exes jealous. I love the way Emily Henry writes banter. Like, it's so good. I don't know if I said this, but it's listed for April 23rd, so. Then next book I have is actually a second in a series. It's called Be Spelled by Laura Thalahassa. I'm sorry, I think I pronounced that author's name incorrectly. I don't know what the series is called. The first book is Bewitched, and I actually read that in October. It's like a witchy modern day fantasy. I loved it. It was just so interesting to me. And the plot was like one that I'd never heard before. I can't obviously much about it because it's the second book in the series. Just hope that this man grovels his way back, because there's literally no coming back from what he did. Pretty easy to get through. The writing style I liked. Scared, but very excited to see how this book turns out. Be Spelled is set to come out May 28th, I believe. Next book, one of my favorite authors, is Stephanie Perry. I think this is going to be a whole new series. First book, Crossroads, set to come out June 4th. Just a new, I guess, small town series by her. I don't think it has a set synopsis yet. I think she's just put like the tropes. Childhood friends, second chance, small town. She said cowboy-ish vibes, which, yes please. Give me all the freaking cowboy vibes. I feel like it's probably going to be the same exact vibes as all her other books, but like I will eat all of them up. Yay! Excited for this. Alright, this next book is actually a second book in a series. I have not read the first one, but if y'all just didn't know that this was coming out, now you know. Checklist by Lauren Roberts. This is set for July of 2024. Powerless, the first book, took Book Talk by storm. I have not read that book yet. I want to get to it soon. Just like some kind of YA fantasy. Like, everybody's obsessed with it, and apparently the second book is coming out. I did not know. She announced the second book, guys. Woohoo! I'm rooting for all y'all. Alright, this next book I also can't really talk about because I have not even started the series yet, but Crescent City 3 by Sarah J. Maas. The actual title is House of Flame and Shadow. This is coming out January 30th, so just a couple more weeks. I want to finish ACOTAR and Throne of Glass completely before I start Crescent City. I don't even really know what the Crescent City series is about. For all my girlies who are caught up on Miss Sarah J. Maas, I am very excited for you. You guys are so close to actually getting another Sarah J. Maas book released. Alright, this next book, I was doing a little bit of research on it, and technically I don't even think it's a new release. Body Check by Elle Kennedy. So I think this is an old release. Like, I think it might have been her first ever hockey romance book or something like that. But I think she added to the story, like more scenes or more to the book, and it got a new cover and all that kind of stuff. It's July 2nd. I will read any Elle Kennedy hockey romance book that she ever writes. All I know is that it's a hockey romance. Apparently it's based off a one-night stand, good girl, bad boy trope, opposites attract. Pretty much all I know about it, but I simply cannot get enough hockey romance books. I don't know Elle Kennedy has some type of hockey romance book coming out this year. Here you go. You're welcome. You're so very welcome. Next up, I still actually don't know if this is coming out, but if I just keep talking about it and keep putting it out to the world and manifesting that this book will hopefully come out this year, then maybe it will become true. Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter. So there's still not much about this, but like I think she said 2024 at some point. I think this takes place when they're in college. So if you don't know, Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, it's just like the sweetest, cutest YA romance book like known to man. I think this is like the sequel or something like that. I don't know if it's specifically from Wes's point of view. I'm just like so freaking excited because I do love Liz and Wes so much. I love Miss Lynn Painter and her writing. Let's hope it comes out this year. Fingers crossed. Just a few more people. Next up, I have The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. I don't know if it's like a spin-off or it takes place in the same universe as the cheat sheet. I loved the cheat sheet. I mean, that was like one of the first books that I've read, like going back into my reading journey, and it was just like the cutest little sports romance ever. College sweethearts, exes, kind of, I guess. Obviously a sports romance. I think it's another football one, and it's like player and agent type of romance, so it's kind of forbidden. I think it's just gonna be fun. This one says April 2nd. If you did not know, because I feel like not many people are talking about it. Yeah, Sarah Adams is coming out with another cute little book. Okay, next up I have a book which, guys, her books, at least in 2023, were just not it personally for me. I keep giving her 15 chances, and I'm hoping that this one will just be a little bit decent. Me and Tessa Bailey have just not been on the same wavelength since it happened one summer. Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey is scheduled for February 13th, so actually a lot sooner than I thought. This is apparently about like a really superstar golfer and a fan who is always at his competitions. I don't know what the fuck you call a golf meet. I don't know what you call them. She always shows up, always like cheering him on, and he's just like, who is this crazy lady? I don't know if he decides to like quit golf or something, or is not doing so well. She stops showing up, and then he literally like begs her to come back. And apparently, like, with her there, he's better at golf, all that stuff. They grow close. I don't really know. It's kind of just, like, different from anything that I have read. I'm hoping that this Tessa Bailey book gets me back on the Tessa Bailey train. Right, last two. One of them, another second book in a series, Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage, Done and Dusted series. I don't even know what it's called. This is set for March 25th. So if you have not read Done and Dusted by Lila Sage, it's a cowboy romance. I ate it up. It was silly, it was fun, it was not so serious. It was just like the best vibes ever. This is the second book that is in the series. I think it's gonna be 3 books. I don't remember which brother this is about. Basically, kind of like boss slash worker. So the female main character, from what I remember, is a pure designer. Apparently they like had a thing at a bar, and then she shows up the next day and is like, oh shoot, like you're my boss now, because there's like this old house. I can't remember if it's gonna turn into somebody's house or they're trying to turn it into a bed and breakfast. She's gonna be the interior designer for that one house. I'm just so excited to be back in this universe because I literally love cowboy romance books. And then the last and final release I have to talk about in this video, Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. Ali Hazelwood's coming out with like a bunch of books. There's like some kind of like paranormal romance. I don't even know what it's called. Bride or The Bride. It's another STEM romance. I think it's kind of like rival companies, so I guess they're kind of rivals as well. But another STEM romance and another book that I'm gonna eat up by Ali Hazelwood. I don't care if they're all the same. I don't. It's June 11th, so I'll have to wait a little while, but I think I can wait for Miss Ali Hazelwood. Alright guys, so obviously there's probably a bunch of other releases that are coming out that I didn't talk about. There are probably a bunch more books that authors will start revealing that they're going to be coming out with. And for now, these are some of the releases that I'm excited to read, or are some that just I thought you guys might want to know about. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to follow all my socials down below, along with my Goodreads, Amazon wishlist. If you want to check all those things out, they will be linked down below. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos by me. I will see you guys next week for another video. Bye!